territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Mixon with a first down carry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's brought down at the 30.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second down, here's Mixon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Ravens 21, Bengals 7.
Six yards left on second down. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Here we go. Check 26.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. 7 yards to pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
28-yard line.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun again to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Burrow. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, the front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
Joe Mixon, the ball.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
There has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, middle. Let him know. Tight go. 49, check 49.
From the 27, Jackson flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll run here with Dobbins. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He was brought down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down now, Dobbins, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Carlos Dunlap.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
You, quick, man. Check 31. Shift. You at X. Check 50.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had 1 tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And now a 1,000-yard rusher season to go. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Touchdown, Mark Ingram. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Ravens 49, Bengals 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st down.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked them up.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's a give to Mixon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
3 yards. It's now 4th down.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
At the 20-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down now. Bernard. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Bernard, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 9-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now
They run for it with Mixon, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Down and more for Jackson as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charlie.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
And 8 at the 39-yard line.
On second down, Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now the Bengals on third down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run with Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Back to Mixon on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
A gain of 4.
Mixon on the toss right. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 43-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins His second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on?
There he goes, left side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Randy Bullock.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Another run here with Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
No gain on the play.
One of the best around. Big Geno Atkins there on the stop. An 8-time Pro Bowler, including each of the last 6 seasons.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Hey, report. Report. Get that ball. Get that ball. Shit. Hey, alert 3.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the